Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the 956 Opposition. It's your boy BZ Ray once again. Sorry, I've been really uploading, and I guess, we're gonna start out the episode cussing already. Okay, all right. I guess I'm gonna have to do some early editing, but yeah, anyways. I've been really active on uploading because there's been a lot going on. Slam don't work, and got this crazy ass neighbor that moved in and shut the hell up, being loud as hell, man. Crazy, like domestic violence, crazy. And yeah, that's also a thing that I can't record and then have a dude right here outside my window yelling that he's gonna be killing somebody. Like that shit's just can't have that. YouTube wouldn't allow that. Um, but yeah. That's been going on, but hopefully the situation resolved. We can get back. This is the episode 20. We go ahead and call it. What do we call it? Let's call it Italian shenanigans. And we'll call it Italian shenanigans because I'm pretty sure by now you already know this Luigi Mangioni, Alfredo, fettuccini. I don't know what his name is really. I don't even know how to pronounce it. It's Italian, some form of Italian. Some weird kid decided he wanted to become an assassin. And, he's the one that smoked that United Healthcare CEO, which was not cool. A lot of people around the world have mixed feelings about this. But honestly, I'm gonna weigh in on that because I got some pretty big points to make about that, and I'm pretty sure a whole lot of other people are making these same points. But as well as that, we're gonna cover the local monkey business, what's been going around the area, as we approach the inauguration and beginning of Trump's long and awaited return to fix the border, our border community, the border we live on. I can give you live updates of anything crazy going down on here. We got Chinese moving in, whatever. I'll be the first. We're gonna be the first ones to know. I'll put it on live, anything. I got you guys. But thankfully, nothing crazy like that is happening. I hope you guys allow these, unfortunately, traffic accidents that occur because we get reckless drivers from the other side, from other foreign areas. Or in this area is just poor education as well. Not enough driving education enforcement on the public. It's just very like typical short classes. They really ain't get so critical on how to drive through congested traffic and situations that are very prevalent in this area due to the incompletion of the highways. That's due to our county commissioners and local city commissioners as well. As TX dot, their local TX dot branch is also crooked as hell. Anything down here, 400 miles away from the main civilization, the rest of North America, pretty much they can get away with some stuff around here for a certain amount of time. That's how they are, man. That's how they're corrupt. So we're gonna cover that a little bit, and then we're gonna go see how Big Poppy Trump is doing for a sec. Kamala made an appearance. Apparently, she was drunk again. We're gonna check that out, see if it was really true. I haven't seen that video yet, but we really gonna cover the motives of this Luigi Mangioni guy. This crazy. I want to be the next viral assassin, dude. Like seriously, bro. Okay, so the first assassin was very low key. With this guy, he's something weird. I'm on the edge of thinking he's psychotic or he's just like a plant, being used by the government for some crazy objective and grand scheme to get, basically man to act not good, start a movement, I guess. But we'll break all that down. Let's go on to X real quick, and we'll cover Mr. Luigi Mangioni. All right, let me just go look them up real quick. If you see any notifications that are odd, I've been arguing with people all day, mostly over drug usage and should we use ayahuasca on military soldiers to clear their PTSD? I don't know, people. It's a very, very mixed up subject when we want to use. We have so many other psychedelics available. My argument back is why are we going to go up to something so damn strong? Why not just start off with some smaller things? Why are we talking about ayahuasca? Ayahuasca is not the type of hallucinogen that you just want to give to just anybody. This is it's there's shrooms hallucinogen that make you feel good, and make everything around you feel good and look extra nice and all. But then there's DMT and ayahuasca, and those things are crazy. Those things, they're like shrooms on steroids to a point where your senses don't even matter anymore. Like, you lose all control of your senses. They become so magnified that they're unrelatable to you. And these soldiers, some of them are so reliant on their senses. I question the idea of just giving every single one that desperately needs it. I understand that option. And of course, I get backlash on Twitter because we should always respect our vets and all that. But man, I get some of these guys that are some assholes, and you know what? I am going to respond with retaliation. And I'll tell them, I love you, I respect you, what you did, but buddy, you are tripping balls and you're acting like a drug addict. You better chill the hell out with that damn ideology, man. Because there are other things and other sciences that we have available before we can step things up to level freaking 5 maximum. That's crazy. So I ain't have to search it yet. Here's the ugly face of this Italiano Alfredo Cicchini. Motive. The former Ivy League computer scientist charged in the ambush shooting death of United States Air Force Thompson reportedly had struggled with back pain and the fallout from a spinal surgery. You see, let me tell you something, guys. Going and killing a CEO because your spinal surgery didn't go as you planned sounds kind of far-fetched. I mean, I could understand if your mama didn't get the surgery she needed and she died. Now that sounds more realistic. However, this dude's got surgery. He's alive. He can walk. He can smile. I have back pain. I have a little bit of arthritis. You don't see me going and killing the government for not, providing me with the right medicine to handle these things or giving me the right information to go about this business free. I mean, none of that. Honestly, it just doesn't sound like a good justification. I'm being realistic with you guys. It doesn't sound like a very reason to go and murk somebody. Uh, that can't be it. This brings me to my other thing. I feel like there's a whole bigger, grander scheme here. You know, let's just take a step back to the last few assassinations. We've had a few assassination attempts only on our president recently. And that's not good because, like, there seems to be a trend, a very common trend occurring within recent months, and it's becoming more and more frequent as we move along. And the thing is, one thing we got to look about is, like, are we trying to normalize this behavior? Are we normalizing people just going and killing the other people that we don't agree with or enact policies that we or may not like and affect us negatively? Because, like, this guy, he's special. Unlike the other ones. The other ones, they wanted to kill the president because they really are scared of the president. But one could attest blame to the media and the Democrats for pushing a narrative that would make one think that Trump is a dictator, when he actually, in fact, is not. He's just kind of a hard ass. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to convince young people for years and years over time that this man is evil, he's a dictator, he's going to come and get you and kill your family and deport them or whatever. I mean, it makes sense that somebody would come out here and eventually try to kill him. They're brainwashed and conditioned to think that he's evil enough to be perceived as somebody worth attempting to murder. Now, this guy right here, those are the other 3 assassination attempters. The Iranians, they're just religious nutcases. Freaking Muslims, they hate us. They hate Christians. They hate anything American. Just whatever. Anything that isn't what they believe in, they just hate it automatically. That's one thing you got to know about them. That's their motive. This guy, he went and killed a CEO, random CEO out of the whole group of CEOs that were also involved in policymaking. He chose that specific one over his chronic back pain. This wasn't. And you know what? What irks me the most is like a lot of people are somehow already on the idea that this was okay, that this was justified. And so now we got a bunch of Americans all over America who think it's okay what this guy did. And that's not okay because that's kind of psychotic. You don't go and kill people just because they got somehow involvement in a policy that screwed over your that didn't give you even the correct treatment that you needed. Your doctor could have recommended you another treatment other than spinal surgery. That might even just be your doctor's fault, Luigi. I'm sorry, you're kind of stupid, my guy. You're dumb for a kid that went to UPenn. You're kind of stupid. And the fact that you're getting followers and you got a YouTube this guy makes a YouTube video before he gets arrested. It's crazy. Like he is a maniac. He's laughing throughout the whole process. You can see it right here in the picture. He was laughing as he committed the crime. He was smiling. He seems like a maniac. He doesn't seem out there in the head. This isn't a meticulous planned killer. This isn't somebody truly out for revenge. This guy might be a freaking university student who did too many drugs, got influenced by some kind of individual to go and commit this act. Maybe he might have even been funded. Who knows? But what we clearly saw the inexperience with the gun in the video. I mean, let's look more in depth to this guy. But my thing is, we can't have a bunch of Americans thinking it's okay to murder CEOs who make bad policies. It's not right. It's not normal, and it starts a trend that can get a whole bunch of other people killed. Some people that may not even be involved in the process. So, sorry, I've not been sharing my screen this whole time. Share now. Sorry, I jumped on Twitter, didn't even show you all that. What is going on here? Uh-oh, we're having trouble here. The site will be able to... Okay, there you go. We got that working. So there's Thomas Crooks, the last assassination attempt guy, but here's what I was talking about. Come on, does that look like the face of somebody who is sane? Look at this. That doesn't look like a very nice person. That doesn't look like a very good person. I'm trying to tell people that maybe this guy is just some kind of maniac who just so happened to conveniently have a grudge against the CEO, and now this is becoming some kind of topic, some kind of trend, some kind of objective to get Americans to think that brutalization of big corporate entities is okay so long as they are committed to corrupt action. And that's not okay, guys. That brings me to my second point. Now, this point you can call me a conspiracy theorist. You can call me a zealot. You can call me a freaking deranged Christian, whatever you want. But I have my own conspiracy theories and I have my own ideas, same as anybody else would. Now, think about this. Look at this crazy kid's freaking picture. We're gonna look more in depth into his past right now, but I just want you to look at him. Like, look at him. Does he look like a normal person? Does he look normal? No, he almost seems kind of fake. Honolulu, Hawaii, someone goes all the way to University of Pennsylvania. Hawaii recently experienced some kind of fire. What was this guy doing during that whole time? How come he's not advocating making a bigger voice for what happened in Maui? He put all his time and energy into committing an act of vengeance for a chronic back pain that he got from bad surgery. It's not like he lost his mom to a bad healthcare plan. No, this guy is a fraud. He is a fraud. He's just a loser. There's no reason people should be agreeing with what he did. And you're agreeing with a loser if you are. You all shouldn't compare your stories of suffering through United Healthcare alongside to this guy. This guy he's been Looks like University of Pennsylvania. Looks like he's been enjoying life and pampered his whole entire life, and now he felt justified enough, spoiled enough, like a brat, to go and commit this horrible, grave sin. And so confident, he makes a YouTube video to air after his arrest. And I didn't want to check out this video, but maybe it comes out. I don't know. Maybe this is.
Go back, change. No green jacket, no hood. This is serious now. A lot of people have been DMing me, messaging me.
Okay, so this is also another thing. Dumb kids are thinking this is okay. Thinking about dressing up as this guy in order to throw off police. I mean, he's already been arrested, though. I mean, kind of dumb at this point to continue doing that. But this dude had a fake ID. The gun is. We don't. Wow. Does not seem normal at all at one point. Look at this. Let's see this.
Dog.
The reason I want to look at the videos because I don't want to get criminal.
And completely out of touch. And the insult to the intelligence of the American people and the lived experience.
And it's just he's trying to like sound like he's some kind of hero. He's trying to say, "Oh, I did it for America. This is an insult to the intelligence of American people." Bro, you're a murderer. Hands down. That's it. Nothing was justified what you did. My mother deserves certain treatment. You don't see me going and taking my revenge on the courts that denied her access to disability treatment. You don't see me going and taking revenge, even though I wanted to. I really do. I feel upset about that, but it's not justified. Your chronic back pain from a bad back surgery that your doctor himself recommended you is not justifiable enough to go and murder the healthcare insurance CEO of your policy. I'm sorry, that's kind of dumb. That's not the real motive. I think there's just psychotic mania at play here. He's just a deranged, poor individual that lesser America has somehow glorified just because they happen to relate to the suffering of their healthcare policy situations alongside him, even though he in no way realistically relates to their suffering, most Americans' suffering and denial of treatment. He's just some spoiled brat from UPenn at the end of the day. People need to know this. They really need to know this because I somehow feel in my gut you are damning your own soul by justifying what this guy did. Like, I think the bigger ploy here, and I'll give you a modern one. It's they want to justify these acts towards people and make it more common so we can have more assassination attempts on a president, on CEOs of food companies, anybody they feel they can retaliate on. They just want to normalize this kind of barbaric behavior in society. They want to justify it. That's what it is. And I don't know if this plot is coming from the government. Maybe the government, the federal shadow government that tried to get rid of Trump, is now trying to just fuel this inner hateful demon that has sprouted within American soil, and just so it could spread all over and infect other Americans and create more chaos in the future that they can use politically to blame Republicans, or even not even Republicans, just the CEO companies, so they can demand change from them. Which is, none of that is justified. Did he just do that? No? Okay. Sorry, I had to check if my cat was doing things he was not supposed to. But anyways, back to reality. Here's my crazy spiritual conspiracy theory on it. Back on it. I know I walked off topic. But yeah, what if this is just a plot from the devil, the big bad guy, the evil, the great evil that wants mankind to sin and hate each other. Whatever you want to accept it in your aspect. But might be a big plan to turn man's soul away from Christ, away from good, away from the light, the truth. And it's by getting people to feel in their hearts that, oh, this guy did what was right. Because if you start believing in your heart and you start believing in your soul that what this guy did was right, you're going away from the good, the godliness in you. Because God is not for that. God doesn't want you to spend your time thinking and justifying murder. He wants you to move past that struggle, move past those bad times, and just forget about it. Forget what the bad people did, and just forget about them. Leave them in the past. Move on with life. Get past it. Become better. Something I struggle greatly with doing myself. But I think there's just a bigger scheme here that people are not seeing. And I think a lot of people, unfortunately, are falling for it. And I don't want that for my fellow Americans. But yeah, that's a little bit of video on Luigi Mangioni. So we could dig up on him a little bit more. Yeah, he's from Hawaii, apparently. Just a kid from Hawaii who got a UPenn trip. Did for sports. His rich mommy and daddy sent him over there. But damn, this does not look like a normal freaking kid. I'm sorry. This looks like an evil ass kid. Does this look like a normal kid to you? Does it look kind of creepy? That smile is way too big. Those fangs are a little too down. That nose, though.
I think you feel like that because you know what he did.
I mean, I know what he did, but come on. I mean, those eyes are not even aligned, I'm not being racist or anything. I'm a Mexican. We kind of look like them, but no. He's evil to me. He looks evil to me. I don't know, but that's the face of evil for me. Oh man, back surgery, really, bro? You did all this computer science, bro. You did all this studying, and you go and you do this, man. What a waste, bro. What was he, like 23, 26? You threw away your whole life for this guy who's like literally already halfway through his whole life. Like he's literally gonna be a nobody in the next 30 years, next 20 years, maybe, give or take, maybe even less. He kind of sucked at his job. I'm not gonna lie. See, the CEO had a kind of a history of not passing popular policy. But I mean, it's whatever. I mean, this guy, this freaking revenge ideology. I'm sorry, that does not look like a normal kid. We're just tripping. Look at this.
Haven't seen any evidence that says that he's the show.
The suspect's attorney, Thomas Dickey, and the charges against his client while speaking to reporters just a few minutes ago. Take a listen.
Listen, I haven't seen any evidence that says that he's the shooter. That's, like I said earlier, and I wasn't kidding around. A couple of things. If you're going to report something, report accurately. And remember,
This is like some kind of game to these people. Like the guy literally has a YouTube video account, and we saw the Twitter file and everything. It's like I hate these guys when they talk, man. They're kind of retarded sometimes. So let me go back up. Why would I want to? So this guy brings up the idea that it's incredible how much we already know about Luigi Mangioni, but still know nothing about Thomas Crooks. Yeah, Thomas Crooks is kind of a different situation because we still don't really know much about his history. We know a lot about this Luigi guy real quick, though. So what's the difference? Is the difference that the federal government had bigger involvement in the last one? Or is it the difference is planning? I don't know. These are both students of prestigious schools. I'd imagine they have a little bit more, at least a little bit more meticulous planning than all this from both their assassination attempts. I mean, we covered them both. Well, we really didn't cover Luigi's that much. We're barely gonna get into the nitty gritty. Oh, whatever. I mean, you could be the nicest person, and then one day, you just go decide to kill somebody. Is actually you were just you're a terrible person the whole time. The way he committed that act is just so on video. I mean, let me see if I could. Assassination. Let me see if I could just show y'all real quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. The Second Amendment, this and that. Okay, yeah. He was crazy, man. This guy's trying to justify his murder in any way possible. That he has the right to hold the gun and do that to somebody who hurt him, this and that, blah blah blah. Really, real nutcase, if you ask me. Look at all this crap we got on him, bro. And we didn't even get much on Thomas Crooks. Thomas Crooks was like, let me get the video. Hope to might have to blur some of that out. But yeah, look at that, man. Okay, so just wanted to show you that video so you could see how unprofessional his upper approach was, and then his exit. We will edit out the special parts of that situation. Oh god, here I am again. Did I do it on purpose? Who knows? Okay, what? I saw that a while ago. Okay, never mind. We'll just have to watch somebody else's. A lot of people are gonna try and say it's fake, but I mean, I don't know, man. There's a lot of hoo-ha, hearsay. Only time will tell this is the real guy, but I mean, he pretty much admits to it, makes a YouTube video on it, a whole account, everything linking back to him, saying that it's him. So he wants to make a statement. He wants to be Looney Tunes. Oh man, this guy. I feel like you could have just done this a whole different way. Then again, his reason wasn't that good, to be honest. So he probably didn't even have a real way, and he just wanted to go extreme and just hope for that the world would agree with him, with what he did. And he somehow prevailed in some aspect. Very sad. There's a lot of Americans that are starting to think the way this guy does in a similar fashion. But enough of that. Time to go to the monkey business. Okay, that's not the actual page. Brownsville police are asking for public help in locating a person of interest in the burglary of a truck. Oh, here we go again. More theft in Brownsville because soft on crime policy from the Democrats and open borders are priority. Idiots. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't think that this news channel is managed very well on writing online articles, which is very sad because everything's online digital now. So they're just going to show us this right here, not applying any more further video, probably because he's from Mexico and they already don't have much on him. Why lie? Traffic incident. Yeah, it's a pretty bad accident. There's been a lot of wet roads lately. The roads suck and a lot of people have been crashing. Once again, brings us back to the thing where people drive very reckless in this area. They don't care to fix the highways. They care to make a bunch of coffee shops and car washes for the tourists that come over here and mooch off our products. Really not helping local businesses, really not helping the locals here, really not helping the people driving on the highways trying to decongest traffic and drive safely as well. There's a lot of very poor drivers here, and they should be really focused on public safety. But the local politicians all around the Hidalgo County area and McAllen, Far, Edinburgh area are all very poor at their jobs and more occupied with committing crimes against humanity in some form or fashion. Oh yeah, spotted in McDonald's. See, another reason why Luigi wasn't so meticulous is why the hell would you hang out in a public McDonald's after you've committed a murder? You just wanted to get caught. You're a crazy person. You're not a good person, man. Sorry. But you managed to fool a lot of Americans, though. Mm, not really much to cover. Meteor shower. There's been a lot of freeze and cold air in the area, so I guess people really aren't much doing anything. Nobody likes to do the cold. New thermal cameras for Edinburgh Fire Department. At least somebody's getting an upgrade. Plumbing careers. That could be useful. Both Star migrant crew rescue caught on camera. Capturing migrants who are crossing the border illegally. This dude got new charges for burning his girlfriend. So Tom Holman will be getting lots of land in Starr County to help out with the border projects. Look at these dramatic liberals in the comments. Texas Nazi concentration camps. What a shame for Texas. What a fucking loser. What a loser mindset. Just because you lost. Just because you're a loser. That's why you think that. That's for the good of the community, especially our community down here, which is suffering, but you couldn't care less because you're a bot. A woman with pills arrested at Cameron County Courthouse during security screening. Why would you take a bottle of pills, Xanax, or whatever, Vicodin, into a courthouse? I mean, why don't you just take it before you walk in? That's what they do here, guys. I mean, that's the level of crime we got around here. I mean, it's just you'll see it all. For dreamers, federal court in North Dakota blocked Affordable Care Act coverage. Well, maybe should money for us finally, less money for people who should not be needing it. Sure. So this is what I was talking about. Yep, thank you. Thank you for saying it, Dorian Coleman. What the hell is wrong with people? For anyone who thinks this nut job should be hailed a hero, they had better pray to God, one of their friends or loved ones, for themselves, never find themselves in a situation like this. Yep. Yep. It's true. And why are you hailing this guy as a hero? Why are you all upset that somebody pointed the finger at him and got him arrested? He deserved to be arrested. That's it. If I go and commit a murder and atrocity like that, I deserve to be arrested. I mean, with full intent, of course. Police said scammers will try and get personal information out of a call. That's very common. Okay, one more monkey business thing, and then I'm out because these people really ain't got much for me. SpaceX Tech Super Heavy Booster. Yeah, that happened recently. Let's see. There's just big stuff happening there. We really don't do much around it's cold. Oh wow, competency rescheduled for that guy who committed the shooting and executed that old man. Okay, I guess whatever. Who claimed more than 20 spiritual wives, including 10 for coercing girls and not to submit to it. Wow, I hate these guys, man. Daniel Penny's out, no longer a criminal. And then that's that guy again. Oh, wow. That sucks. Ain't that true, Steph? It does happen every day. Valley always has something going on. Well, that's local monkey business for now. What is happening to the screen? This is unacceptable. Let's go see what Trump was up to, and then we'll shut off for now and do this in this long processes of freaking editing, because why the hell not? So let's jump back to X. And let's just get some updates on Big Daddy Trump, because News Channel 5, KRGV, and CBS are never going to tell us what Trump is declaring to the rest of the nation because they hate him. Oh, look at me writing Daddy Trump like a total tool I am. Donald Trump. Okay. I hope it's not too much of a big deal. Great honor. Thank you. December 5th. Okay. Okay, boss. I just this your recent stuff, really? Planning on their move and totally taking over northern cities and hiding Korean offenses now on the outskirts of Damascus. Obviously preparing to make a different move. Wow. So the guys who took over Syria when they chased there. So apparently this guy who was in charge of Syria for a long time got ran out by this rebellion group. But a lot of people are arguing that the guy who's in charge of the current rebellion group that pushed them out is also ex-Al Qaeda, which also was Osama bin Laden's group. They hated us. They wanted to destroy us. 9/11. Remember that? So yeah, that's still a problem over there, and Russia is still over there as well, and they're working together. They're in bed, and that's kind of a thing. And we shouldn't really let that happen, because that's not good. That's not good for us. So let me just put, because he doesn't use his X profile as much anymore ever since he came out with that truth thing. So let's just go where it says, today I'm very pleased to announce appointment of Kimberly Gutierrez, U.S. Ambassador to Greece. Yeah, he's still appointing people, I mean, it seems, but this is my favorite part, but this is...
Keep them together, and you have to send them all back. Well, I don't want to be breaking up families, so the only way you don't break up the family is you keep them together, and you have...
Derek Chauvin. Wow, will he be getting a retrial since Daniel Penny got acquitted? Oh, man. Come on. Nobody really got videos of the big man? Yeah, this is sad, America. We should be doing better. Yeah, I don't care about Joe Biden sitting next to Donald. Really don't. There you go. What? Oh, yeah.
To obliterate the deep state. Just as importantly, bringing back empowerment will...
Oh, we're getting off that. That's only 23 seconds. Wow, what does Tucker have to say for it? All right, Tucker, explain.
In the week since we left Russia, Moscow, where we are now, in February, after interviewing Vladimir Putin, we've watched from the United States as the Biden administration has driven the U.S. ever closer to a nuclear conflict with Russia, the country that possesses the world's largest nuclear arsenal. It has accelerated events, and it's reached its apogee so far in the weeks after Trump's election. He's now the president-elect. In that time, just a few weeks ago, the administration and military personnel launched missiles into mainland Russia and killed at least a dozen Russian soldiers. So we are, unbeknownst to most Americans, in a hot war with Russia, an undeclared war, a war you did not vote for and that most Americans don't want, but that is ongoing. And because of that war, because of the fact that the U.S. military is killing Russians in Russia right now, we are closer to nuclear war than at any time in history. Far closer than we were during the Cuban Missile Crisis. That would mean the elimination of Russia, the United States, and most of the rest of the world. We felt there must be someone behind the scenes in Washington working to make sure that this conflict doesn't become a nuclear holocaust. But we found out that no, in fact, there is nobody. Tony Blinken, the current Secretary of State, cut off all contact between the U.S. and Russia. There's no back channel. There is no conversation. There hasn't been for more than 2 years. That's shocking. Meanwhile, most Americans have no access to any perspective other than that granted to them by NBC News and the New York Times. They don't know how close we are. They don't know the Russian perspective. We've been trying for over a year to get that perspective out to American news consumers. We've also tried for over a year to get an interview with Zelensky, president of Ukraine. We've attacked that from a bunch of different angles. He's spoken to a lot of different people around him.
Yeah, so that's business going on in Syria alongside Russia and Ukraine. It might just push us into World War III. But I wanted to see what Trump had to say because he had a specific announcement for it. I'm not trying to go to YouTube to look at it. Why it should be on here. People just do not be wanting to post anything. Doing too much sometimes. Well, I guess I'm not gonna find it. Anyway, yeah, Trump says we gotta stay out of World War III, but these military plotters, man, or I don't even know what to call them. They're out there. They're really trying to just get us and keep us in a war. Waste our taxpayer money on it. But hopefully Trump doesn't allow it and we get past all this. Because, man, I would not want my friends to go out to war. That would suck. I would not like to be drafted out to the war. It would also suck. So, oh look, here's that local monkey business thing. Again, that's all we can get. Unfortunately, what? Oh wow. Anyways, I guess that's it for today, guys. This was episode 20 of 956 Opposition. Man. I don't know. We're not going to call it what we called it earlier. We'll just call it Waluigi. No, something with Waluigi, but yeah, bad guy. This is the Waluigi. Luigi Mangioni. But yep, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You all have a very good night, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of 956 Opposition. Thank you very much for your time. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.